What is good, TV Nation? Welcome back to another live stream. We are doing another Q&A. I am, of course, not alone. I'm joined by my friend Mithi once again. How are you doing, good sir?
Hello, everyone. I'm doing fine. Thanks for having me, CV.
Yes,
How are you
no
doing?
problem. I'm good. I'm good. Ran a little bit late. I know, like, it's just an hour. It's fine. But, we're doing a Q&A again. We did one, what was it, like a month ago or something?
I think so.
But we're back at it again. This one is like kind of weird, kind of not, because you can obviously send in anything you want. But if you want to ask serial specific questions, which was the short film I dropped not too long ago, feel free to do that as well. I'd be happy to answer those. So I guess we'll check the chat, see what's going on. Duo Lightning was in here a while back. Okay, glad to see you here. Owners in here, what's going on? What's going on, man? Glad to see you here. Talking Cobra Kai, what's up? What's up? Glad to see you back, man. Well, send in your questions, guys. If you have anything regarding my short film, obviously send that in. Any questions for Mithi specifically, send those in. Anything, we're just here. We're answering questions. So, but Mithi, how have you been, dude?
Not too bad. I will say, of course, I watched your film, and if you need a quote for your DVD case,
Yeah.
4.5 stars out of 5. It made me hungry. So
Good quote.
there you go.
Good quote.
Yeah, I
Good.
know.
I'm writing this down. Hold up.
Exactly.
We're gonna we're gonna
put it up on the profit. I should make a letterbox review for it, and put that
that's
on there.
perfect. That's perfect.
Exactly. There you go.
So, okay, note to self, make DVD case.
It was
Okay.
funny when I was making the BVS, not the BVS video, the story of the fans Batman video, and I had Jackson on, which I haven't talked with Jackson in a while. If you're watching for some reason, hello, man. We should talk again sometime. But he showed me his like self-made video case for like the Batman seasons, like 1 through like 5, like all the way through, and he made like a custom thing. So it's actually really cool. I've been wanting to collect more DVDs. I just haven't gotten the chance yet. But yeah.
Right. Well, yes, I will definitely. If I make a DVD case at some point, I'll add that there.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to film it? I'm not exactly sure. Let me see, because I know I have like the very first footage. I don't think I deleted, so I should have that. Let me see if I can scroll back here. All the way. Okay, not that much. I want to. When did I start making it? Okay, it was after this. After this. When did I? Okay, when is this from? This is from February 10th. So I definitely started recording before then. Right now it's the 22nd. So I want to say it took me like 2 weeks. If I'm not mistaken. I started on like a Saturday or a Sunday. I can't remember exactly which, but the first shot, I do remember this. The first thing I shot was like the opening shot, which is like supposed to be like me like opening my eye. That was like the first thing I shot, and that took me like all night to get correct. So that was the first thing I shot, and then the next day I moved on. I was going in order, but then I kind of started doing things out of order towards the middle, because I couldn't work out when I should go out and when I should stay inside. Obviously, I'm in Texas, so the snowstorm hit, so
Yeah.
that kind of blocks filming for a little bit. So I was restricted to indoor filming, and then I still did some shots outside, but I kind of like recorded it in a way so you can really see the snow. Otherwise, it'd just be a continuity error. So I worked around with that. And what was the last thing? The last thing I recorded. Oh, and then reshoots, right? So reshoots were towards the end. So I want to say 2, maybe 3 weeks. I know I didn't really have that much time to edit. I was just kind of editing as I went along. So about 2 to 3 weeks, I want to say. Kurt Boy's in here. What's going on, man? Thank you for joining. Anybody else, if you have any questions, feel free to send them in. We are still here. How did you come up with the idea?
I had the same question.
This is a good question. Okay, so obviously I am a visionary, so I chose cereal as my topic. Um, it really just I was searching, like I was trying to come up with an idea, right? And so I searched like just the house, like I just scanned everything, and I was like, what is the most superficial thing I can make a short film on? And I was like, cereal, that's the one. It just kind of just popped in. So yeah,
That's
not
kind
too
of the thing.
exciting,
Yeah,
but
that's kind of the thing
yeah,
with ideas like that too. When I made Bon Appetit a while back, I was like,
oh yeah,
okay, short film. Did you ever watch Bon Appetit? It was
I did,
just a
yeah,
stupid, but like I'm glad I made it because it was just a thing to throw out there. But I was like,
right.
all the cakes memes were going crazy, and I was like, let me do that, but as a serious short film. And it was a stupid idea, and then I told my friend about it, and he was like, you know what? Yeah, go for it. And so I just slowly, assembled it together, and it wasn't too hard of a process, but it is one of those things where it's like while you're editing it, you're seeing more of its flaws. But then I got to the point, especially with that one, where I was like, screw it, and I just went with it,
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
Whatever.
about
Yeah.
you get a core idea like that, you latch on, and then you keep driving.
Yeah. I will say more of the future ideas that I have, which I will not reveal at the moment, but that are in the works, are definitely not the same as cereal. It's something, I know one of them at least, I've been trying to work out. And I finally did. So that's why I'm moving forward with it. But yeah, cereal was it just kind of popped into my head, to be honest. Joey's in here. What's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. If you have any questions, feel free to send them in. Who is your favorite Spider-Man villain? I'll let you take this one first.
Okay. I mean, for a while, I like the concept of Doc Ock, and like Raimi Doc Ock is cool. And I mean, I made my video, and I like Raimi Doc Ock.
Right.
I don't love him, and I love Spectacular Spider-Man Doc Ock. We don't get enough
Yeah.
of him. And then like
Yeah.
I feel like there's more potential for Doc Ock than we see, even though we
That's
have
true.
had
Yeah.
some great representations of Doc Ock. And so I always go back to Doc Ock because even like conceptually, he's just the coolest idea for Spider-Man, where it's like a guy who's kind of like a genius scientist, but then his like super power comes from something completely external. I like that.
Yeah. Right. I'd say Doc Ock might be up there for me if we're talking like in media. I would say my favorite has been across everything. See, that's tough. Like if we were to narrow down to movies, right? I could go Doc Ock, maybe not. I could go Vulture. He'd be up there. Maybe Electro. Electro's just really fun.
You and your TASM 2 takes, man.
Yes, I might put him up there, but if we were to like work in the shows, 90s series had a lot of great villains. Spectacular had a lot of great villains. I think just in general, if we're more so comics, but just in general, I would say Green Goblin and like Harry Osborn. Just like he's like the perfect foil to Spider-Man. And especially in the comics, there's like a large history with both Norman and Harry. So that's probably who I'd go with. I honestly don't
It's
know.
like the
who
one
I'd
who gets
choose.
the most spotlight, so naturally
Yeah.
you get the most time with him. I was gonna say, I feel like similar to Doc Ock, I feel like Kingpin has so much potential because I've been rereading a bit of Ultimate Spider-Man, and it's like I know Ultimate Spider-Man has its own problems, but like I still
Right.
enjoy that comic series a lot.
Oh
and,
yeah,
like, a
yeah.
real lot, and I feel like there are concepts with Kingpin that if this comics do explore a lot, but then I want like a visual kind of representation of that. And we got that a bit with Tombstone in Spectacular, and that's why I liked Tombstone in Spectacular.
Yeah.
But I feel like you could do a really good solo film with Peter we're working at the Bugle, trying to also take down the Kingpin at the same time. Or you want my edgy answer? You want my edgy real answer? My favorite Spider-Man villain?
Yes.
Is
Is it?
Avi Arad.
Oh. I thought you were gonna say Topher Grace or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not Venom. Topher Grace.
Specifically. Frosted Tips.
Yeah. Avi Arad. Yeah. Well, I mean, he is that villain who kind of just always wins, no matter what.
Yeah, that's true.
He just never loses.
I mean, let's be honest. I would love to be Avi Arad. Like as much
Yeah.
look at the positions he's in. You know, he could like imagine I get Freaky Friday with Avi Arad, and I just make the best narrative decisions you could in the Spider-Man landscape, and then I just go back and Avi's like, "What the fuck did any of this?" I just want that to happen.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Avirad's also my answer. Yeah. Gian in here, what's up, man? The Rhino. Yes,
Rhino.
that's also the best one.
am the Rhino. What else does he say?
Say hello to Alexis Sistevich.
Paul Giamatti, man. I want to see Paul Giamatti back in Marvel stuff. You know,
I want to see him back as the Rhino.
yeah.
If you bring back Rhino, you bring back Paul Giamatti. Let's be honest here.
Yeah. You give. I feel like you know what, just for the comicality of it, you bring back Paul Giamatti and you keep him in like the dumb kind of onesie suit, just to keep him like a and he's saying the same thing but just with a onesie on.
Yeah. I did enjoy Rhino a lot. I mean, he wasn't in it that much, and I mean, I guess that's disappointing.
Yeah.
But that's like, more so marketing.
It's a 2.5 villain thing, right? With even like more so than I feel like Spider-Man 3 has like more villains than Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, for sure.
Because Spider-Man 2 is just the two duo of Harry and Electro, really, and then Spider-Man 3 is like Harry is not a villain, but he's like there for the second act as a villain, and so. Yeah, the Rhino is like not a villain. It's just for the advertising, which is fine. You know, he's a good presence in the movie.
Yeah. I think he like fits into the narrative, and I think he's obviously there to start it and then end it, have everything come out like full circle and everything. So I do like him a lot.
It's like how Spectacular kind of treats Sandman sometimes, at least in the beginning, where like you know, in like a lot of Spectacular episodes, Flint Marko and O'Hearn would just be going around like robbing banks, and Spider-Man always catches him. He's like, "Oh," it's like that kind of thing. I feel like you know you could do more with this character later on, but for what we got, it's satisfying enough.
And it's like I think that's like part of the appeal of it, because like TASM 2 was trying to show, it was basically like I guess, I don't know if this is what they were going for, but this is what it seems like to me, is like a Spider-Man cartoon in live action or something like that, kind of showing his day-to-day life. Obviously, you have a lot of swinging action, you have him saving people and all that, so you have that there, but it's also in the way that you have the same villain at the start and at the end to kind of really hammer that home. So
it's weird because like as much as TASM 2 is not up on my list of favorite Spider-Man movies, I'm sorry, CV. I still, it's weird because I think it has the most similar with Spectacular Spider-Man in a way, because it gets kind of those elements that like Spectacular tried to do down. And I wonder, I don't know what exactly was, because I feel like Ultimate Spider-Man was still going on Disney XD when TASM 2 was coming out. But I wonder in the back of their head, like when they were working on TASM 2, were they like, oh, these Spider-Man cartoons did these kind of concepts, let's try to put that in TASM 2. I wonder if that happened behind the scenes. But I get very Spectacular Spider-Man feelings from TASM 2 that kind of keep me in the back of my head engaged with the movie.
Yeah, and you have like the drama aspects with Peter and his life, and I think that kind of is similar to Spectacular in a way. So yeah, but yeah, it started with Rhino. That's what we were talking about. Yeah, Rhino's. I like Rhino. I really like Rhino. I think he serves a good purpose. I don't think he's like. I mean, sure, it was mismarketed, but that's not really a movie problem. So
yeah.
Oh crap. If you were given a $200 million budget, what would you make? I'll let you take it first.
I'll take my existing script for Coda and go bonkers with it. I mean, here's the thing, announcement for people who probably don't care, but Coda script, very close to done, like really close to done. And so hopefully, at least by the end of this month, it will be done. But if I had a $200 million budget for something, I feel like I might make a, I mean, this is a default answer. I would make a Justice League movie. I have an idea for like a weird Batman focused. I know Batman focused, so you know DC will say yes, you know. But I have a weird idea for a Batman focused Justice League story, and I feel like it would work as a miniseries, where it's kind of a mix of Justice League Doom, Batman versus the Outsiders, a little bit of concepts from Young Justice, mixed with a personal flair of like a story that I really want to tell with Batman. And if I had a $200 million budget, I would do that. Otherwise, I want to do a Martian Chronicles HBO show. That's my big dream. That like somewhere down the line, I get to do that. I don't know if I need $200 million budget for that, but I'll ask them
Yeah.
for 200 million, use 100, and then make the studio happy. But yeah.
I don't know what I'd make. What could I make? I probably would not do something super, well, maybe superhero related, but I don't know who'd hire me for that. It'd probably be like, I think 200 million is a little high. I think.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
fine
what I was
with
gonna
like
say too. Is I
yeah.
don't think I need 200 million, especially at this level.
I think I'm fine with like $100 million. I think that's fine for me. I just, or maybe not even 100, but okay, maybe I could just like, just go crazy or something. But I would take $100 million and just do like just something like Tenet, just like completely original, no preceding franchise property, anything connected to it. It's all one like idea, just executed, and just do that. That's all I do. That's honestly what I do. I don't really feel, I don't really want to make anything superhero related. Like, yeah, I don't really want to. I don't really want to make like an MCU film or something. So, yeah, I'd probably just come up with something and just do it. Like just Christopher Nolan, just be like that. If I was given $100 million to do that, which will never happen.
It's a dream. I feel like, yeah, realistically, like if not that everything needs to be about the realistic, but if realistically, if someone had a $200 million budget for a movie, I would just break down and not know what the fuck to do, and just like contact everyone on Twitter, be like, "Hey, do you guys want to make a movie with me?" That's what I would do, and just see what we come up with from there. But yeah,
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know, but yeah, probably just something original. Yeah, good question. Yeah. Duo saying, I heard someone say something negative about TASM 2. I've been summoned.
Hey, I'm not saying anything negative. Okay, I'm only saying positive things. I'm just saying I don't love it as much as a lot of people, or I guess a little bit amount of people, because not a lot of people love it. But yeah, I don't know.
When it became a hot take to say you don't love that movie. To be honest.
It's not. It's not a hot take. But
I mean, it kind of is, kind of isn't. Like, it's really weird.
It is a hot take in this broadcast. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's true. Yes, very much. What or who inspired you to do YouTube?
You go first. I have a weird answer.
Okay. What inspired me? I used to have YouTube channels before this. I had one like a long time ago. And that was like, okay, here's what that one was. That was me just making videos. Like, I didn't think, here's the weird thing. I never knew I made that channel and posted stuff to it. I would just like have a camera and I just record something, like pretending to be like some big YouTuber or something. I just record it and I thought I just had it there. And then I just like find out like years later that I apparently had a channel, and I had no idea I made it. So
you just thought of it as something different. You didn't realize that in the moment, I guess.
I had no idea I made that channel or I had that account. I don't even know how I posted videos. I didn't know I knew how to do that. So I had that one channel. It was just me. Like, here's what I would do. Right, I would take my phone. And I used to be obsessed with Ben 10 back then. I still am, but I take my phone. And I hold up another phone and I'd record like a transformation or something. And I'd just be like, humongous sword transformation. And I'd upload that.
And you show it in the video. That's funny.
It'd just be like record. It'd be record. And then as soon as the video plays, a phone just slides down. And I play. And you see my finger like playing it. So that's what I do.
Hey. Jay Schlatt, well, like before he became the person that in the monolith that he is today, his first videos were him like taking a camcorder or something and just recording like his TV as he like had like a hacked Wii and he played Mario Kart. Like, that was his first form of YouTube. So you start from everywhere. But yeah,
I did that, and then I had like an actual channel. Which got taken down for some reason. I don't know why. It just did. So there was that. But yeah, I just kind of always wanted to make videos, and then I just kind of got into the movie thing because I always liked movies. So I guess there were like some people that I watched, but it was mainly just me just wanting to have a hobby again. So that was me.
Yeah, for me, it was weird because it was kind of a long process to realize that I wanted to make specifically a YouTube channel. Because, like, back in the day, I've always, I'm doing data analytics right now. I work in data analytics right now. That's my focus career wise, at least one thing. But I've always had this thing of like, I want to get into films. I just don't know how I would fit in with that. And so back in high school, I come from primarily like a public speaking background where I did like a lot of speech competitions. I did a lot of that. So like I was like, maybe that translates into something because I liked writing essays, but like I enjoyed delivering essays more. And so when I found people like, whether it be High Top or Bailey or Brown Table, I was like, okay, this is actually a cool way to put that into thing. And then also I can fucking talk about Spider-Man for like an hour and that actually gets people care about that. And so that was my foray into like thinking about making a YouTube channel. And then, other than that, I did back in high school, my senior year, I was like, I'm going to make a short film and it's going to be the best thing in the world. And it was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. It was the worst. I was rewatching it like this weekend with a friend and it's the most dog shit thing that like I have ever seen and I ever will see. And like, in a way, one part of doing YouTube has been like my redemption for that because it's like anything I make, it's an evolution of this, and it's not like I'm just attacking that film because I started from that, and I'll brace
Right.
but like everything I do, I'm like, okay, this is where I'm coming from, this starting point. Then also, YouTube is I went into it kind of therapeutically, where it was like, I don't have any avenue to put all this dumb shit about cave shit on the internet, so. Here you go, YouTube. And I write scripts and it makes my, hours of Twitter browsing and just browsing through YouTube have a little bit more meaning to it, I guess.
Yeah. I agree with that. Yeah. It was, I guess I just always wanted to make videos. I just didn't know that's what I do. So, yeah, that's kind of how I got into it. And I started out like specifically this channel. I used to do just all sorts of stuff. Just unscripted videos, rankings, reactions. That's kind of where I started with this channel. I had like a movie news segment or something, but I eventually made my way, I think, last year into video essays, and I didn't know that's kind of what I'd be good at, but that's kind of where I found just fun making videos, because there was a point where I just didn't want to make videos, but I was still making them because it was like I kind of like was obligated to, but I really wasn't. So I just kind of stopped that. I still watch those types of videos, like they're still fun. I have a bunch of friends who make those types of videos, so I just kind of moved in to video essays. I think I did like a Doc Ock one. it's like Doc Ock never died, but it's not really what it means. That was like the first one I did. It's still up on the channel, so video essays, very recent, but that's where I've just found the most, I guess, ground to just work off of. So
when you talk about channel switching and stuff, I don't know, like, because like Film Caffeine, I've made it my brand and my thing. I don't know, like, if I ever had to rebrand for something, I don't know what I would do. Like I'm so like fixed on Film Caffeine, and I'm putting all my eggs into like this one basket that like if it crashes down, but like I don't know what I would like change to next, So, but I feel like that's a good sign, I'm committed to this specifically.
Like name change wise, or
change wise, or even just content. Like I don't know what I would do other than like video essays. Like I would do commentary related stuff, like Cosmonaut, or I guess like Brown Table's uncommentary, or like Eddie Burback and that type of video style. But like I'm not that funny. I think like I can hold a conversation, but I'm not like scripted funny. So I don't know what else I would do. So I think it's a good sign. Video essays and short films are the way to go, at least for me.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I can't really do commentary stuff. I tried it. I failed miserably at it. I tried script. I tried doing commentary for the Emoji Movie. Terrible movie to choose, but I was still bad at it.
Yeah. It's cool to see people good at it. Like Drifty has his Drifty and Hike or something. He has his like channel where he does some commentary stuff, and it's like it's good. It requires a lot of editing, and I'm not great at editing. So
yeah, yeah, that's true. yeah, video essays seem to be where it just kind of works for me, and I think the same for you. So,
Yeah.
yes, that's what inspired us to do YouTube.
Yeah. Good question. Went on for a while.
Yes.
Make Cars 2. Yes. Okay. I'm not gonna go off for too long. Cars 2 is one of my favorite Pixar movies. I know. Look at me. Right? Look at me with my cool little jacket, and my headphones, and my like mic. It's like I'm a film YouTuber. Cars 2 is one of my favorite Pixar films. Yeah. I don't know. Here's the thing. I planned on making a video last year about it, and I didn't because I just got caught up with stuff. I might make a video, because my thing on Cars 2 is that I don't even care about like any of the problems that anyone has with it, because I'm like, I know it has problems, and I know it's stupid, but like,
okay.
I don't care about anything that happens in that movie because it's just so off the walls crazy, and I like actually enjoy the pacing in the movie that I just it kept me entertained when I was like, I don't know, 9, and it keeps me entertained today. So video essay soon on that.
So you know it's bad, but you still like it.
Kind of, but I don't like when I'm watching it. I'm not calling out any of the bad things. I'm still having like purely a fun time.
Yeah. Okay.
Like
yeah,
I don't think
Mater,
I don't think Mater's story is deep or anything like that, and it's very surface value. And like, but then like I don't think the point of the movie even is that, as much as the writers probably think they're clever and they're doing that. That's not really what anyone comes to that movie for. Because
that's true.
Schaeferless did a good video on like why Cars is a conceptually bad franchise, where it's like, with toys, it's like, okay, what is it like to be a toy? What's your purpose? You want to get, you want to, support your owner, and like you have narrative beats that line up with being a toy. And then, How to Train Your Dragon explores some things. That's not Pixar, but it does that as well. And with Cars, it's like, why are they cars? It's like a sports movie, but they're cars. So then, like, when it takes it seriously in Cars 1 and it takes it really seriously in Cars 3, it's like it makes sense, but I don't. There is a disconnect there that you don't get with some of the other Pixar movies. That I think Cars 2 is like not a Pixar movie. It's just like
it's not
manic episode
it's
of just like a bunch of weird shit that I just enjoy every second out of. So.
It's an extended version of Mater's Tall Tales. Is what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is. And I like Mater's Tall Tales too, for the most part. I think I thought
it was fine.
I will say, Ratatouille and Incredibles, number 1, number 2, all the time.
Oh
it's just number 3. So when I put my,
oh wow, number 3.
Like, yeah, I know.
Above every Toy Story movie.
That's kind of. I think Toy Story 3 is 4th, and then Coco is 5th. Which, fair. Cars 2 being in that list is very insulting to a lot of people. Video essay soon.
Going on to the, I think the conceptually bad franchise thing, like, I get that. I still think if you like look at it from the standpoint of every film is connected. If you look at it like as Pixar one theory. Massive, Pixar theory, basically. If you look at it that way, I think Cars fits in. And I think it tells its own story pretty well. Obviously, that's like, headcanon kind of, not really, but kind of. So it's not really like confirmed, like you can't really give that as a praise to the movie. But that's why I like the Pixar theory. It's like it just amplifies every movie, even the bad ones. So if you look at it that way, it kind of does tell a neat story. But I don't like Cars 2. That's kind of
no. You choice. Can have. I fully accept that opinion, and that's totally fine.
I don't hate it.
You don't. I don't hate it. I understand people who hate it because it's like coming from Cars 1. But like I
don't like Cars 1 either. To be honest, I don't like Cars 1 either.
I enjoy Cars 1. I don't like love it. I enjoy it. It has things where I'm like, okay, this is cool.
I think Cars 3 is the only one I legitimately enjoy. This is the only one, really.
I enjoyed a decent amount of it. I haven't watched it in a while, but yeah.
It was neat. I haven't seen any of the Pixar films in a long time.
The only thing I've seen about Cars 3 is people on Twitter being horny over the yellow car that I was like, Among Us sus?
What is that? What is that classified as? Like,
it's how would that even work?
Autophilia?
Okay, next question.
Autophilia.
Next question. I know we're moving on.
This is not
No.
a tangent we want to be on.
This is
Oh,
a
God.
conversation they can do on EFAP, not here.
I will have this conversation on another podcast. I will.
Please do.
I will on Ecom maybe. I will do it. Me and my neighbor attempted to make videos all the way back in like 2012. We recorded them with his dad's tablet on top of a 3-foot tall stack of
yes.
books. We did COD, Black Ops 2, and Club Penguin.
Yes, this is the era of YouTube that was like, when they say
Yeah.
YouTube, I was watching Schlatt's video on how YouTube is like banned his channel and shit, and it sucks. But like the meaning of YouTube broadcast yourself is like, you know, do that, and people listening.
I forgot
if
that.
you can do that, do that. It's like, remember when they had that logo and they ham-fisted that logo everywhere, and then now the trending page is just Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon, and it's like
yeah.
that broadcast the company. Yeah, you're right. You can, Jimmy Kimmel.
I forgot
really
it was
broadcast
broadcast yourself.
Yeah,
I forgot it was broadcast yourself.
I wish they hammered that home a bit now, but they don't.
Yeah.
Just, you know, things evolve. You can't totally blame them for it, but yeah.
Yeah,
Make
I
videos
used
like
to.
that. If you can make videos,
Yeah.
make videos.
I used to make videos like that. I think I used to like stack up books, and I have my phone there, and I just do like some card trick or some magic trick or something. That's what I do. So yeah, that was the good days. Yeah, those were the good days. You can still do that.
Biggest piece of advice I give to anyone is use your phone, because because that's what I do sometimes. Is if I can't like rent enough equipment properly, I demo stuff with my phone. You can't get everything right, you know, with short films, but like you can get those visual concepts. You can if you write something, you try to capture on your phone. You know, that's the best way you can at least capture something in some way. And if it's not perfect, that's fine. You know, no one's shit is perfect the first time around.
Yeah, that's great advice. Fun fact: anybody who enjoyed Serial and you want to make short films, Serial was shot entirely on my iPhone, so it's not hard. Not hard.
Yeah.
You can do it. It's
Exactly.
it's very very capable in this day and age. So I implore everybody to try it out if you want to. Opinion on film Twitter. That depends on what you classify as film Twitter.
I was gonna say 5 things to love about Spider-Man 2 out now on my channel. That's it. You know, that's all. I have weird opinions. I don't care. I've gotten to a point where I don't really care. I'll just enjoy the chaos as long as it lasts. As long as you're not, you know, saying slurs and being stupid. I mean, I don't know if I don't know how much Hassan wants me to talk about it, but like the stuff that happened this week is like, come on, guys. It's like this is petty and childish, and it's stupid when especially when something is it's there just to celebrate, you know. And you know, maybe we'll bring it back in some way, shape, or form. Thank you. I don't know. We never went on any podcast or anything recently, but I can say I think on behalf of all the judges, thank you so much to everyone who showed like a little bit of support even after, you know, the event got canceled, because that really meant a lot to us to see that support. And then also the people who submitted stuff already within the 1 hour that it was up. Thank you so much for that. That really means a lot. So you know, hopefully we'll have something else soon in the future, but until then,
hopefully
Film Twitter can go or not everyone, but just the people who are being real assholes about it can go F you.
And like some of it I understand. Like the excessive stuff I think is where it just becomes a problem.
Where it's like where you're not even attacking it for like the reasons you want to attack it. You're just attacking it because it's cool to attack it. And that's like no one cares who you are. You're on Twitter. it's like
that's the thing I don't get. It's like people get so upset about everything. It's like it's you can just log out if it bothers you that much.
Yeah, and even beyond that, it's like if it's not someone. There's a difference between ableism, and there's a difference between a take that someone has that then you don't like, and then it ages over time. You know, like I've said stupid shit before, and like. Everyone says stupid shit before. It's about what you do after you say the stupid shit, you know? And I don't think people care about that because it's just the momentary reaction where that applies to anything. And, you know, you move on in accordance with how people respond. And I don't think Twitter does that on like a very general statement to say that, but I don't think a lot of people think about that when they, you know, retaliate. So like I said in my dumb little twit long video, you know, think before you lash out against someone.
It sucks. I
Sucks.
think
Yes.
Cars 2. I think that's what we were talking about at
Oh,
that
oh,
point.
Twitter, yeah. Cars 2, sure. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
sure.
respond.
Great minds think alike. I believe John likes Cars 2 as well.
Yeah, if
So
you like Cars 2, then yes, thank you. Cars 2 is awesome.
sure.
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 Same response I had to the last one.
Yes.
Yeah.
What are your next plans for short films? Are we gonna see the trilogy completed with Eggs and Toast?
Release the egg cut. Restore the breakfast.
Release the restore the breakfast. Release the egg cut.
Restore the breakfast first. Do it. Do it, CB. Do it.
I will. I have deleted scenes involving eggs.
Oh, here we go.
I have deleted scenes.
It's real, and it's
real.
on HBO Max.
But you see, it's all my vision, so I'm fine with how it turned out.
Exactly. You'll just tweet like 214 really cryptically on Vero, and then no one will know what the fuck you're talking about. Yeah,
see, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. I was going to include the Eggs and Toast, but Nolan showed up to my house. He was like, "Dude, you cannot see this film. you cannot release this film, man."
Yeah.
I was gonna do it.
You were gonna do it, and then you left the project, and then someone else came in, and they added sugar in the eggs instead of salt, and they added way too many onions, and it was it was completely fucked. And then they still released it, and it tasted like shit. And then they were just like, okay, I'm just throwing it in the trash. But then now you're going back into the trash can. You're bringing it out. You're taking this is disgusting. Move on.
Justice League in a nutshell, folks.
Exactly. Yeah.
Or Justice League, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't put sugar in your eggs. I've tried it before. That's basically. Here's the thing. Okay. Let me defend myself here.
Okay.
I was making French toast.
Okay.
I mixed too many eggs because I was trying to just get rid of all my eggs. And I had extra eggs. And I was like, you know what? I already made this mixture of eggs, milk, and a little bit of sugar. Let me fry it and taste it, And I did, and it was fine, but there was way too much milk. So it just tasted all real soggy and just weird. And then I threw half of it away, and I had put way too many eggs already. And so I felt sick. And it was just a terrible idea. But unlike Justice League, I didn't release it in fucking theaters.
Valid.
There you go. Yeah.
If you make a mess, keep it to yourself.
Exactly. Yes.
It's like, I'm going to ruin this, make absolute dog shit, and then release it for the world to see.
Yeah.
But then no, don't do that.
I understand it because while you're making this horrible mix of eggs, sugar, and milk, and a little bit of salty residue that's left on the pan that you didn't clean up properly, you think you're making something special, and then you put the fork in, and then you eat it, and you're like, this is shit, and you get the Rotten Tomatoes reviews, Not actual Rotten Tomatoes; those are still rotting in the fridge, but the egg still sucks. This is a horrible joke, but yeah, go ahead.
No, it's fine. It's even one of the execs is yeah, no, that movie sucked. It's why did you release it?
You know what's my theory? That was just an exec trying to be cool. I don't know.
Maybe.
Because I feel like if you put so much, imagine you, morality aside, imagine you put a solid, I don't know, $50 million of your own money that you got off of shorting GameStop stocks for so long, right? And you put that money into Justice League, and they give you this plate of dog shit, but it's $50 million of your own money. You try to like a kid, having a kid, you try to find there's good comedy here, and there's okay, there's a charm to the energy, and Superman is cool. Hey, look, Superman is cool. Just ignore his face, And it's I feel as an exec, regardless of the morality, because I wouldn't be put in that situation with the morality of it all. But I feel like you would try to, find the good things in it. But then now that you've disowned the kid, you're like, oh yeah, no, that was shit. So I don't know if all the execs in the moment were like, this is horrible. But yeah, at least, people are coming out and saying that it was horrible, which is good.
Which it was. It was horrible.
It was. That's a fact.
Yeah.
I'm not objective about a lot of films, and I'm not objective about films in general. Justice League is still my least favorite movie of all time, the original one. But yeah.
I don't know if I'd go that low, but I do hate it. I do hate it pretty a lot.
I
It is
just hate
very
it on a
bad.
personal level, not even Snyder related. Just while I'm watching the movie, I'm like, just tired, and it's like these characters are my favorite characters. I shouldn't be tired watching this film, and every time I try to watch it, I just get tired, which is sad.
Like, objectively, sure. Like, yes, the writing sucks, but it's like I still hate it. Like for the reasons you said. So, like, yeah, it's a terrible film, whichever way you look at it.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. I hope it burns after the Snyder Cut comes out. I hope it burns
Exactly.
somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm glad I don't own it. I would burn it.
Yeah.
I would. I think this is about Cars 2 problems. It's a masterpiece, meaning
Yeah.
Cars 2 is perfect.
It
I wouldn't
is
go that
perfect.
far.
It is perfect. It is a perfect film in its own right. Let me just say, I didn't realize I said I loved Cars 2, and then I realized that Michael Caine plays the James Bond car. And I was like, okay, no, now it's a masterpiece.
No, I did not know that.
Michael Caine plays Flynn McMissile. That
I
is
give-
that's perfect casting. I'm
give
sorry,
it-
that is perfect casting.
Cars
There's
2 is a
nothing
masterpiece.
else about it. Cars 2 is a
masterpiece.
masterpiece.
Cars 2 is a
Coming to
masterpiece.
film Caffeine, I don't know, October or something. I don't know. I'm making the video. I have like a outline in it.
Hashtag
Sucks.
Cars 2 is a masterpiece. Hashtag
Cars 2 is a masterpiece. I'm
yes.
tweeting that out right after this, actually.
Yeah, let's do that.
Cars 2 is a
Yes.
masterpiece.
Cars 2 is a masterpiece.
Cars 2 is a masterpiece.
The Cars franchise has the deepest lore of any movie
Exactly.
series ever. It
Yes.
reflects so much on our society. That's true. And if you look at it through the Pixar theory, it's like it gets kind of, I don't want to say dark, but it's like it's basically they're like operating in a similar way that the toys did, and it's like they're not really who they are. This is like the personalities of their
They are
owners.
cars, yet they are humans, and that just adds more to the mystery of the movie. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's something spiritual about that. You know, to quote Tomater during Toon Mater, we live in a society where honor is a distant memory. Isn't that right, Doc Hudson? And then Doc Hudson died. Masterpiece. I'm telling you, Cars 2 and Toon Mater is a masterpiece. You can't argue with me on this.
I won't. It's facts. Facts. We never upload them. We just expect them to be up somehow. The videos they made we're not gonna put it up there. It's gonna be there though.
It's just there. Yeah.
It's just gonna be there.
You just hop into the computer from your camera.
Exactly. Josh in here, what's going on, man? How long did it take to film Serial? Hours and or days? Well, I said at the beginning it was like 2 to 3 weeks, days wise. It might be. I didn't record every single day, so I don't know actually. That's the thing. I didn't write any of this down. I don't know this stuff.
See, it's easier for me to answer this question with my short films because my short film filming style is because I film with Harry and I film with Juan, and my filming process is put you guys through as much shit as possible for the longest time, and then just not do reshoots. You know, so then it's easier for something self-made because like you can manage that, you know, and you can do it as your pace, which is it's cool when you were able to do that.
If I had to estimate, I want to say around. It was definitely less than 24 hours. Probably less than 20. Somewhere around 20 hours, maybe a little bit less.
I'm assuming
is probably
editing took
when-
longer, probably.
Well, that's what I was saying. I was like editing it as I went along. So like every time I filmed a new segment, I like
you filmed
edited
it
that
over
together.
a span. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So that's kind of what I did. But yeah, it was I want to say around 20 hours. And then like at the end I was editing some stuff around, but it wasn't terribly hard to film and it wasn't terribly hard to edit either. So yeah. Hashtag release the egg cut. It will happen.
agree.
It will happen.
Hashtag release the egg cut. Hashtag Cars 2 is a masterpiece. If anything you take away from this, those are the two things.
Yeah, I agree. Bro, it was CJ's in here. Imagine being as mid as these kids.
Bro.
I mean,
Ratio with Tasm.
Ratio with Tasm, bro. Like, bro, just
There you go.
like get on my level. Ratio with
Bro,
Tasm.
you play Fortnite,
Boom.
so you can't even talk.
Honestly,
CV, play Fortnite
dude.
with us sometime. It's so bad. It's so we have so much fun, even though like here's the thing. I'm not a gamer, right?
Okay.
But I play Fortnite now, just in squads with friends. Cause it's just like mindless, numbing, like, having fun. You know?
Okay.
So I can no longer shit on Fortnite and kids that play Fortnite because now I'm low key one of those kids, which is sad. But I'm not gonna pay money for anything. I am never
Okay.
gonna. You can. I'm talking to the camera. I'm talking to the audience. If I ever pay money for anything in Fortnite, not like someone gifts something to me, but if I ever pay my own money for something in Fortnite and you guys find out, you have the right to cancel me. Okay, I'm just saying that right now.
I can't believe I spent money on Fortnite at some point. I
It's-
sp-
I
I
get
spent
it,
a
but
lot of
then like
money.
also I get it, but also I don't know. I just enjoy it for the dumb fun. So,
I might start playing again. I haven't played in like 2 years.
but yeah,
I might
TLDR
start
ratio with
again.
Tasm.
Yes. Ratio with Tasm. Uh, thoughts on Big Hero 6 characters maybe joining the MCU?
This is a good question because I did want to talk about this with you because I was wondering what you thought about this.
I saw this like 2 hours ago.
Same.
I didn't believe it at first.
Same.
then I saw everybody confirming it.
Yeah.
It's still technically rumors, but
Yeah.
what I want to know is this the same continuity we already know of, or is this a reboot that is going to take place within the MCU?
Here's
That's
the
what I want
thing.
to know.
The only person I've seen on Twitter agreeing with me on this is like Bork, which is weird. But uh here's the thing. Big Hero 6, I love Schaeferless. He has takes on Big Hero 6, and I don't know if he's made a Big Hero 6 video. I think he has, but I don't remember watching it. But I don't think it's a terrible movie. And like the twist villain is weird, but I still like it. But
Yeah.
the movie as a whole, I watched it and I like fell in love with it. It's like it's amazing. I see its
Yeah.
flaws, but it's like that kind of thing where unlike Cars 2, where it's like I see its flaws and I don't care. Big Hero 6 I do care, but I care more about the stuff that works in that movie. Because there's a lot of stuff in that movie that works. And I attribute it to being almost like DreamWorks Pixar-esque. Even though it's not that kind of movie, there are those elements of something where like I would expect that out of something made by Pixar or DreamWorks. Not bad DreamWorks, good DreamWorks. But I don't understand the concept of bringing them to the MCU. Yes, they're Marvel characters. I saw everyone doing this in Bork's replies, and I was kind of like, this is kind of funny. But like, yes, we realize they are Marvel characters, and that's fine. It's just the interpretation that the guy set out and made in Big Hero 6 is kind of different, and it's
Yeah.
it's its own thing where it's like if they're I understand them like in the MCU they're like there's just a new version of Hero and a new version of Baymax that's kind of relatively inspired by the movie, and they don't say it's the same, but maybe you cast Ryan Potter as like Hero, and then the Baymax is just a balloon, and that's fine. And like you can still do that, and that makes sense. I don't know if I want it in the same continuity because you can do that because like that's why people wanted like Andrew and Toby and Spider-Verse, right? Where it's like an animated
Yeah.
version of that same character, and that makes sense. But like more so than wanting that out of Big Hero 6, I just want another story with those characters, and I don't
Yeah.
know how that would fit into the MCU. Another idea though would be like, I mean, the MCU's have they done any? They're doing What If now, but that's not in the same continuity. But maybe they can do something similar with Big Hero 6, where it's like this is maybe technically the MCU, and we can low-key reboot like some of this. Like we won't call it San Francisco or something, which is a city that just wouldn't exist in the MCU. We don't
Right.
we don't need to do all of that. We can kind of low-key reboot it, but then continue doing the story that we did in the first movie. I think that could work. But I don't know what specific form it would take, you know? So for now, I'm not apprehensive. I'm still hopeful because it's like any interpretation of these characters is good for the overall IP. because not a lot of people are familiar with Big Hero 6 being this big Marvel IP. But I'm still holding out hope that, at least we get some form. I know there's the TV show, but I don't want to watch the TV show. It looks weird. I'm still holding out hope for some, cool version of like an animated sequel to that movie.
Yeah, same. I don't know if there was gonna be one. I think they confirmed like back when the movie came out because I know a lot of people wanted a sequel. So I think they said they didn't have any plans, and then they made that Disney XD
The
like
Disney XD like 2D show, right?
yeah, it was 2D. It was like it was
I know it was
it was the
fine,
same. It was the
but
same
like,
universe.
but I think I remember seeing something where they said that's technically an alternate universe. Where that doesn't matter too much. They can retroactively reboot whatever they want, but
Yeah,
I don't want them continuing off of that story because like I don't think anyone really watched that show.
yeah, no, no. They have Baymax the series coming out, which is supposed to be the same universe, I think, as the movie.
Mm.
So my guess is this is a reboot because they seem to have. But I mean, it wouldn't be confusing.
I think my idea is like the the animated movie, as
Yeah.
awesome as it wasn't the comics, because the comics was
Yeah.
very like manga inspired,
Oh
like
yeah.
really manga inspired. So I think maybe what they're gonna do is like maybe they're gonna try to do that with the animated version, or no, the MCU version, where it's
Yeah.
much more in tune with that, and so it's a different thing entirely almost. And I'm fine with that. I don't care that much. I want to see more of the animated version because I really like the animated version.
Yeah. I think it's a different. I think it's definitely a different interpretation. I'm still cool with that, but I don't know if I want that in the MCU.
Mm.
I kind of just liked this weird, like, little spin off thing in the corner of the Marvel universe that's not connected to the MCU. It's just its own thing. Actually, if anything, that's part of like the Disney verse, if you want to call it that.
Kind of. I
Because
know there's not really one, but
yeah, well, I
it
mean,
was like inspired. It was inspired kind of by the MCU, and the way they did it was like, oh, see this tie-in Science Technical Institute and stuff, where it's
right,
like you can fit it in with any realistic universe ish, as animated as it is. But like, I think if they make a Big Hero 6 miniseries, the people who go watch it, especially if it's something on Disney Plus, are going to be people who love the animated movie. And so then if you hit those people with this new reinterpretation of like a live action thing, I don't know how audiences will receive that. Maybe it'll be positive if they get good creatives on it. That's
yeah,
the main thing is that they get good creatives on it. It's fine, but
right,
I don't exactly know what direction they want to go with it. Other than if they make an animated sequel that makes sense. If they have Hero played by Ryan Potter show up for like one thing, I guess that makes sense. But then if they want to make it like an actual like story based like huge thing, I don't know what that would look like.
yeah. I don't either. I think so. I think they'll just have those characters show up. I don't think we'll get like a Big Hero 6 live action movie or anything, but I'm sure those characters will be there. And then they'll do their own thing with like the animated movies going on. Because Big Hero 6, technically, I don't know if you know this, but that, Frozen, and
Like all those Disney
Tangled,
Tangled are like
they're, te-
supposed to be.
they're
That's what they're
technically
gonna.
connected. They're technically
But they never
connected.
said it was in like the same. Because they
No, it
said
isn't.
yeah. Because
It
like I remember they
isn't.
did stuff for Tangled and Frozen, and then they tried to tie that in with like Tarzan and stuff. But then I
Oh,
remember
yeah.
Disney executive kind of being like, no, none of that is true. So then, but then you can speculate and do whatever you want.
Yeah, it's like it's not Tarzan, but there are like hints and references. Like I'm pretty sure the entangled the flower that like gives her hair her thing or
Mhm.
whatever. I'm pretty sure that flower can be seen in Moana.
Mhm.
And then Tangled, Rapunzel and Flynn, I think can be seen in Frozen, and Han from Frozen, a statue of him is in Fred's backyard in Big
Mhm.
Hero 6.
Or they kind of just
So,
A113 it. They just throw the things
yeah,
in separate places and see how it
yeah.
goes.
So that's kind of how they connect. So those four movies are technically connected. I don't know. Well, yeah, Frozen is obviously long ago, and then the future is uh, Big Hero 6, where San Francisco and Tokyo are merged for some reason.
It was cool in
But
the movie. I liked it in the
it
movie.
is. It is cool. It is cool. I like that place. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it'll just be a different thing. And like, I'm not that excited about it. Like initially, like what I tweeted out was yes, like the Thor GIF. I am intrigued by it, but thinking more on it, I don't know if I really want it.
It just feels like more characters. It doesn't feel like
Yeah,
a specific thing because the only reason I'm thinking about it so much is because of the animated movie. And if this is not
that's
the
true.
animated movie, I'm not going to be disappointed, but I'm gonna be like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's true. I hate to say it, but I like Cars 2 more than Tesla. No. Okay, well,
I know you don't want me encouraging people like this on your stream, but
No. Okay. So here's the thing, right? I can't say anything about what people like. That's just not, I just can't do that.
yeah,
TASM 2 is clearly the better movie, though. That's the thing. I
It's-
can't say anything about liking something. I just can't do that. That's subjective.
it is
But,
a better movie.
Yeah, yeah. Well, TASM. I don't know. The Michael Caine thing kind of threw me off, but I would still say TASM 2 is the
Don't
better.
forget that Michael Caine plays a James Bond-esque car in Cars 2, the sequel to Cars. Think about that. The next
Set
time
in
you
the
talk shit about
Pixar universe.
exactly. Think about that the next time you talk shit about Cars 2, and I'll show up at your. I'll send Dan after you guys.
Dan will become the Joker.
Dan will
Facts.
become the. Don't spoil Coda, dude.
I'm sorry.
He wears the
That's
thing on his
exclusive
head,
information.
and he goes like this, and then like Batman shows up, and that's the end of Coda. Sorry,
This is what Mithi is building towards.
this is what I'm building towards. No. But I don't think have I told you what happens at the end of Coda?
Yeah, I think I was reading the script with you.
Yeah. It Joker. I wasn't inspired by Joker. More I think about it, kind of Joker. But
Yeah. What's gonna happen in the last 2 episodes of WandaVision? Throw your theories out there, if you have any.
I'm chewing ice cubes, but let me throw my theory while this ice cube is melting my feet. It was not Agnes all along. If they do that, I will be upset. Not upset, but like it was Agatha all along. Okay, I get it. Good song. It's been stuck in my head for the past week.
Yeah.
I like the concept of using Mephisto. I don't need Mephisto. I feel like it might more likely be Nightmare. But then also the guy who wanted to do Nightmare left Doctor Strange, so maybe it will be Mephisto. I think my thing is, what if they just don't do any of that? Like what if it is just Agatha, not like all along, but like she is the villain that you fight in the finale. Is just Agatha.
That's
That
true.
that makes sense. Like you don't loop anyone else because I don't think there's the theories of like Evan Peters is is Mephisto, Evan Peters is Nightmare or something like that. Why would you get Evan Peters specifically for that though? Like I get the thing of like, oh, he's Quicksilver from the other universe, but if you're not going to do anything with that other universe aspect now that you have the IP, I don't understand. I know it's like a quick, easy thing to be like, oh, he is actually the X-Men from the other universe, but people will like that. People will really like that if you keep that change. If you change him into something like Mephisto, people are going to be like, cool, I guess, And so I don't want Marvel to blue ball us with Quicksilver. I want him to be actually Quicksilver.
Yeah.
And then do something interesting with that Fox universe because as kind of shit some of those movies were, there are good elements to them. I love Michael Fassbender's Magneto. I love James McAvoy's Xavier for the most part. And like I like Beast too. I think there are a lot of good scenes with Nicholas Hoult as Beast. If he was Batman, if Nicholas Hoult, because it was like Nicholas Hoult versus Robert Pattinson for a while. If he was Batman, I would have been like pretty happy with that choice. So I think I don't think it's a great idea to completely trash the Fox universe and start from new. I want them to keep Quicksilver as Quicksilver. Other than that, plot wise, my big theory is that Wanda is gonna like after this, Westview anomaly gets destroyed, she's gonna escape into the multiverse, and then at least half of Doctor Strange 2 is gonna be about finding Wanda in the multiverse. Whether that means she's a villain, whether that means she's a victim, I'm not 100% sure. I would like her to be kind of a villain. That's a cool dynamic that like I don't think they're gonna make Wanda the villain of Phase 4, but like you can give her still something monumental to do in a movie. So,
Yeah.
but regardless, I think she's gonna escape into the multiverse by the end of the season.
I agree. I think first of all, Quicksilver thing. I do not. I will punch my TV or something. Like if it's just like Mephisto or something. Like
Yeah.
just like he just doesn't go anywhere. Like it's like I get the concept of stunt casting. I get that, but it's like when you have a property like the MCU, when you're potentially dealing
This is like
with
this
the
is
multiverse.
Kevin Feige getting the rights for the Fox characters is like me with like production for Coda, where it's like a lot of really good things are happening to me, where it's like, oh my God, this person is reaching out to help me. That person is reaching out. Schedules are clearing up, where I'm just waiting for the one bad thing to happen to screw me over next month to film Coda, right? That's how I feel like Kevin Feige feels, but just 10,000 times better. Because it's like, oh no, we can't work with Deadpool. Fox is coming back. Oh no, we can't do Spider-Man. Sony makes a deal. All these things are lining up that like if you have those characters right there, and like yes, they're not all great, you can still salvage the good stuff. And that's why they picked Evan Peters, because he was part of the good stuff. And yeah, if you do Mephisto, that kind of feels like a cheap out.
Yeah, it's like yeah, again, like I get the concept of like what they would do if that were to happen, but it's like I just think the scenario right now plus the person that you are picking, I think it would be a massive backfire if it turns out that he was Mephisto or he was the rabbit or something like like that would just be a massive
Rabbits
cop-out.
are
Do not want that.
fast, and Quicksilver is fast. Da da da
Mephisto.
da da
Mephisto.
da 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 da.
Oh
I love
man,
TikTok.
oh man.
I actually hate TikTok, but I love TikTok.
I hate TikTok, but that guy's cool.
Yeah, that guy's cool. Shout out to I think I forgot it is J.
Simulation. Yeah,
Yeah,
simulation. Yeah.
Cool dude. Hello.
Yes. Hi. I don't know if you're watching
Yeah,
this, but sure. Yeah. Okay. So what happened last episode? I initially thought that Monica was like put in a trance or something by Agatha when she looked in. However, upon learning that she does indeed have powers, I realized that her eyes are probably just like adjusting to the energy that she's seeing down there that nobody else can see. I don't think her eyes turned purple when she looked at Evan Peters. I'm pretty sure they were purple when she was looking down there, so it's definitely has to do with whatever's down there. I think there's probably somebody, because obviously Paul Bettany's hyping this up. There's one more character that has yet to be revealed. This could be Mephisto, Al Pacino showing up or something.
Being the devil, yeah. But like, I don't know. I feel like there would have been more if so much stuff leaked for Spider-Man and so much stuff before leaked for WandaVision. Someone like Al Pacino coming on a project like this, I thought, you might have some press come around about it, but there wasn't anything. So it's like, I genuinely thought of doing a dumb like Twitter bit where I like go live for like 2 minutes and like be a detective and try to find out who the fuck Paul Bettany is talking about. But like genuinely, I don't know. It could be Ian McKellen. It could be Patrick Stewart. It could be Al Pacino. It could be Robert De Niro, for God's sakes. Everyone is just speculating everywhere that I've gotten to the point where I don't know, and I'm ready to just find out.
I think I know who it is. I think it's either Al Pacino or Michael Fassbender, because he
The thing is, I thought Michael Fassbender, but then he was like, "Oh, someone I wanted to work with all my life." But then again, actors just say that, so maybe
yeah. It's like
he watched Macbeth and was like, "Oh my God, Michael Fassbender's an actual good fucking actor," and then wanted to work with him. So
maybe that's it, because I don't think it's Ian McKellen.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
You don't think it's Ian McKellen?
I don't think it's Ian McKellen because he what was it, the Da Vinci Code? I think he worked with him on that. So I don't think it's him. I don't think it's Patrick Stewart. I think it was either Patrick Stewart or James McAvoy. He's worked with one of those, I'm pretty sure. So it's either I don't know why would it be Al Pacino. I mean, he said that him and Robert De Niro were like the people he kind of looked up to. So could be one of them two. I don't know. I don't think it would be Robert De Niro. I think it'd probably be Al Pacino. But it's either him or Michael Fassbender, or maybe it's just somebody completely different that I have no idea who it is. But there's definitely one more character, aerospace engineer. I literally do not know, and I just want to know who it is because
I wonder.
I have no idea.
I don't know what's going on with that because I thought it was just the military lady who might be a Skrull, but then now people are telling me no, it might be someone else because she said a guy. But then also you just colloquial refer to I know this guy, and it's like, but then I don't know, maybe it is someone else. I don't know who it is.
The thing is, like,
but I don't know.
The thing is, Teyana Paris was like hyping up that reveal, so it's like I don't understand why it would be the major.
The only reason she's like, there's things that you will not know. I was like, okay, then maybe it is the military person, and she ends up being a Skrull. So like, oh, the big reveal where it's low-key obvious. But
right.
That's the only thing I thought of, like where she was like, secrets will be revealed, like something is secret. That I was like, oh, maybe they're Skrulls, but I have no idea.
Yeah, but I don't know what's happening with that. And then overall, I think because my guess is that Evan Peters is from the X-Men universe. I just think that has to be the case. Agatha. Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing that like just kind of takes down the fact that he's Mephisto or something. Agatha was literally controlling him when he was at Wanda's doorstep. If this was Mephisto, Agatha doesn't need to control Mephisto. Like he can do that himself. So. That's the one thing.
Lenny gets where like, what does he say when he turns to her? He's like snooping around or something.
Oh, he's like Snooper's gonna snoop. That's what he says.
Yeah, and I was like, maybe he's saying that because he's also Snooper, and he's like, what the fuck's going on here? I don't know, Snooper and Snoop, but like, I don't know. It makes sense for him to be on her side. Because they controlled him, but like, I don't know. I don't know. It's confusing, and I think the point of it is to be confusing.
Yeah.
But it's confusing to the point where it's like I don't even know where to go in the direction of my speculation.
That's true. I just know one. It just has to be what I think is gonna happen because he's from the Fox movies. Vision is gonna touch his temple or something. He's
I want
gonna
that
be
to
like.
happen.
Where's Charles or something like that? I don't know. He's going to be like that. We're going to find out how he got there, how Agatha brought him in or something. And the ad for this episode was the Nexus. Obviously, Wanda's a Nexus being. So my guess is she doesn't. Obviously, Wanda doesn't know this. I don't know if Agatha knows this either.
What if they do the thing? Because like the Flash did this before this show even fucking thought about doing this, I'm not that the Flash is better than this show, although Flash season 1, fucking king. Don't attack me because I will be personally hurt if you say that. Anything against that. But Flash season 2, they go through the wormhole. You see flashes of all the other universes, right? I don't know if they'd rip that off directly, and also it looks corny in the CW, and they don't want it to look corny in this, I assume. But like, what if you get like a glimpse of Toby's face? Just a little glimpse of like, and then you just cut back. Maybe. I'm not betting on it, but like, I'm putting some V-Bucks on it. That's what I'm doing. Money that I don't care about at all.
Yeah, that's true. But
I
just think, I think the realities are gonna open or something. Like you said, she's probably gonna go off into the multiverse. She's gonna realize the true potential that she has, which I'm guessing Agatha doesn't know about. Or maybe she does. I don't know. Maybe that's her plan. She's trying to access that ability or whatever. So,
what's my weird theory? That like, because sometimes the MCU like forces dialogue scenes that like don't make 100% sense, but you're like, okay, like they recast Pietro, and it's like. That's a good dialogue scene, but feels kind of forced. My weird theory is that Agnes is gonna call her and Scarlet Witch. It's like, see, look at us mutants. We're mutations of this world. We are mutants. She doesn't like. She just says the word mutants like a casual term, but then Wanda sticks to it. And so before she leaves off into the multiverse, she's like, no more mutants, and then she leads off into the multiverse or something. Just so you can, because I don't know how else naturally you can get the line "no more mutants," but you can't replace it with. I know everyone's like, what if she says more mutants? That's stupid. I'm sorry. That just
Really?
I don't know how that would work. I like for her to stand there and seriously go, more mutants. I don't know if that would work. I don't know how that would work, like in context, in any context. So I feel like if they have to force a line, that's the only way I can think of it working. But yeah, I still have the visual of her just going like this and going, more mutants. It's like I don't see it working ever in any context.
Okay, here's the thing. I don't know about more mutants. I don't know about that. But you could say like let there be mutants or something like that.
That might work. That might work. Yeah. I don't imagine her like she just walks into a coffee shop, Thor 1 slams the thing down. More mutants. That's how I imagine it working. I don't see it working in any other context. But
yeah. I think she's either gonna like release the mutants or something, or maybe they'll just bring in the X-Men versions. I don't know. But
we just see them all just walk in. They're like, "We're here now." That's it.
Remember us?
Remember when you guys Comic Cast 2 made like 10 videos speculating how like we were gonna enter the universe? It's just portal. Here we are. That's it.
Yeah, but I think we'll definitely get like closure on how Quicksilver's there. I'm guessing next episode is a flashback episode, because of the trailer footage that we've seen, and yes, I want the multiverse to be opened up. That's what I want. Next decade of shows for WandaVision to be in should be inspired by Serial. Arachnis takes away Wanda's milk.
She wakes up, she does her daily tasks, she goes outside and gets the milk, and then she comes back, and then she no more expired milk.
This is gone.
Exactly.
Multiverse of madness.
Multiverse of milk.
Wanda's the villain. She didn't get her milk. Yeah, that's hire us, Marvel. Hire us. What universe does Serial take place in? Serial takes place in technically our reality, I guess.
Yeah,
because
it's just you. It's not even like a multiverse or anything. It's just you.
It's just me.
It's like a documentary of like one thing you did one day.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, it says me starring as he who craves cereal. So
you are also he who craves cereal, right?
That's true.
Like
that's
true.
So
you can crave cereal.
That's true. So yes, cereal is canon to life.
That's canon to life. That's a flex. That is a flex.
That's basically what it is.
Yeah.
Hypothetical: Tom Cruise is joining the MCU. Ooh. Who are you casting him as? Mephisto.
He walks up in his like outfit from Tropic Thunder. He's like, apple bottom jeans. I'm Mephisto, baby, and he just fucking does the dance. I can see that working. I see him. If they set Captain Marvel 2 in the past, I see him being like bringing his Top Gun character to Captain Marvel. I can kind of see that working, where it's like they're just in the same division of the Air Force or something. But in terms of what I would put, this is a good question. I don't know exactly. I don't know if I would put him in a superhero role.
Reed Richards.
That's a joke. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
All the Reed Richards fan casts have been terrible.
That's true. Cast me as Reed Richards. I talk like a nerd.
Yeah. Cast me as the Thing. Come on now.
Yeah.
The Thing. Yeah. I'm the Thing material. Come on now.
Yeah.
It's clobbering time. Let's go.
It's clobbering time. A line from that my brother said as he abused me as a child. It's my favorite part. Fantastic. It's clobbering time.
Hey, dweeb, it's clobbering time. I love Fan Four Stick, man.
Fan Four Stick is beautiful. If I make a commentary video, it'll be on that. because I love that movie.
Fantastic is a masterpiece.
Yeah.
as my said my brother as he abused me as a child.
Exactly. You put it on. Imagine that's the same universe where or like later down the line when the Fantastic Four gets commercialized, that just becomes a slogan for like their thing, where it's like Fantastic Four, it's clobbering time. And the Thing just walks up and he looks at the Thing and he's like, he just starts crying because the PTSD sets in, and you have this weird Joker-esque thing, or Joker-esque like film about the Thing just dealing with his PTSD.
I am going to become the Thing.
Yeah. I love Fantastic Four. The bad one.
That movie's amazing. What would I cast him as though? Tom Cruise.
He would work as like a government agent that has more stuff to do, I think. Like a government boss. I don't want to give him anything huge because I feel like the thing with Tom Cruise is he brings himself to all of his characters. Ethan Hunt is very much Tom Cruise with added elements. You know, Top Gun is like him putting on a performance. He's a great actor and he like does a lot of great acting roles, but I feel like especially now a lot of his performances are him bringing his own to those characters. And so if it would be up to him, you know, what he can join whatever he wants in the MCU. I don't know exactly. I don't see him in a superpower role. That's all I can say. I don't really see him doing a lot of superpowery stuff.
Yeah, I agree. If I were to cast him, maybe he'd just be like some side character. Maybe he's like a sword agent or something. I don't know.
I know they want him as like if they do like a multiverse thing, they want him back as like Iron Man to be like, here's the universe where he's, and like, I don't love it, but I don't hate it. That's not, maybe they could do something with that. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, if they bring in the Spider-Man, they could do that too. Yeah.
Just like, you know,
that'd be cool actually.
Clip through the slideshow of other universes. It's just a scene where Ethan Hunt is running, and then you can be like, "Oh no, that's Tom Cruise, or that's Tony Stark." You know, it's not Ethan Hunt. Who's Ethan Hunt? You know?
Yeah,
that's it. But
yeah, that would be cool. Yeah. Shamoon's in here. What's going on, man? We're about to end it, so you joined at a bad time. But thanks for joining, anyways. I'm taking names of people who hate Cars too. Likewise,
not my
but
name.
with Tasm too.
Yeah, I am the leader of the Cars Rebellion, you know?
Yes, you started this. Same way I started TASM 2. Well, I didn't start it, but I did join it.
Yeah.
Can we get Cars 2 with cereal replacing all the cars? That would be
they're all Cinnamon Toast Crunch. For no reason, they're all Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Sure.
Hollywood, hire me, please, now. I have a fixed rate of like $2 an hour. No, minimum wage. Just pay me minimum wage. Enough. Give me a good hotel, some good camera gear. I'll make this really, really horrible movie.
Hollywood needs to hire you and Matt Draper. You have the best ideas I've ever seen. You two. You and Matt Draper have the best ideas I've ever seen.
I can't tell you're being 100% genuine, but thank you. Thank you.
Lil Basher's in here. What's going on, man? Sparky gets resurrected in the last episode and lives a long and happy life. That would be a nice ending.
That would be nice.
But
you know, the multiverse just floating around, you know, that'd be good.
Agnes did kind of kill him, so.
John Wick would like to know your location.
You've heard it here. I will punch my TV. I will. If Quicksilver if Quicksilver turns out to be like Senior Scratch or something.
Watch the episode like on Friday and that happens.
Oh, I will. Just like, I don't want that. I just don't want that.
I don't want Prowling Gambino to be right because he was like, I'm no longer interested in WandaVision because of this. And I'm like, I'm still interested because it's good.
Well, I don't understand like not being interested in the show because of one thing.
I feel like most people are still interested in the show. It's just the last episode, when you think about it and you think about it too much, it's like, oh, are they going to do these things? Because you just get speculatory. And I mean, it makes sense because it's like, and that's what everyone on Twitter has been talking about how, you know, when you do so much speculation, does it ruin these things for you? And is binging better? But then also part of the charm with this and part of the thing that kept The Boys season 2 going on for so long
was the speculation from episode to episode. I can't count how many times me and Scribe watching some of those boys episodes in season 2, we were just speculating on what's going to happen in the show, because that week to week thing, helps you think like that. And that's why I think a lot of shows really stuck with me as a kid, especially like Spectacular and stuff, where it's like, I mean, more so than the Batman show, because that was like a very episode by episode show. But with like Spectacular Spider-Man, it was like, there's a narrative thing to look forward to the next week, and in a way, this style, as much as it kind of sucks with the speculation aspect, I'm still fine with it because I get that enjoyment back that you don't get out of binging.
Yeah, it's like who was the master planner and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that was interesting. But this is the last question we'll take. I just want WandaVision to end up with CV being disappointed and eating dry cereal. Someone needs to edit that. I will edit that myself. I will do that.
Put that on Twitter. You're just
I will. After the finale.
And then the please stand by screen shows up. Do you think they won't do the please stand by screen again at the end, right?
No, I think it has to be something
It has to
different.
end with something other credits.
Maybe just like blank. Wanda will return in the multiverse. Wanda will induct.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That could be interesting.
I want to see like Nintendo Direct style. Sam Raimi shows up and he's like, "Hi, I'm Sam Raimi. You guys missed me for a long time, but I'm back to making cape shit movies. I'm making Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. See you soon." And that's it. There's no credits. It's just that.
It's just that. Or you just play the credits over that or something.
Yeah, exactly.
But
I will say biggest underrated thing about WandaVision, Christopher Beck's theme at the end that plays during the credits. It's like da 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 da. I don't know how to hum it, but like that's a good theme. I like that theme. I listen to that a lot.
Da da da, like kind of like that a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is nice, but I hate that standby screen.
it frustrates you.
Is the worst part. But that's the last comment we took, guys. Thank you for sticking around. We were on for an hour and 20 minutes. Real quick, Mithi, if you want to plug your channel, what you're about, stuff like that. Oh God, I did not mean to do that.
I'm plugging my stuff and it just shows you. No, but yeah, I'm Mithi. I'm Film Caffeine. I work with people and I make video essays and short films. Currently working on my really big action short finale, Coda. Coming soon. Script almost done. I got a video on Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2. 5 things that I love about it, and some dumb, stupid stuff about Twitter. And I'm working on a BVS video on Zack Snyder in time for the Snyder Cut, which I've been writing today, and I've got a lot more to say because of like a lot of the stuff that's come out recently. So expect stuff from me. Thanks for checking out youtube.com/filmcaffeine.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. Obviously, if you're on my channel, you probably know me. If you're not subscribed, I don't know why. That'd be kind of weird. But, I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Letterboxd. That's where you can find me. Thank you, Mithi, for joining the stream. This was fun.
Anytime.
We have some last-minute great streams. See you guys later. Thanks for stopping by, Josh. Last video essay he made was pretty epic.
CJ, shut the fuck up, you narcissist. Your section was good because I script. No, you improved your section a little bit. Good job, CJ.
Yeah, it was a very specific 40
I just told you, good job.
Yes, clip it. Thanks for watching the stream, guys. We'll see you soon. Until then, have a great rest of your day. Stay positive.